Putting those two names together can jumpstart a host of feelings and memories through Tuscaloosa and Baton Rouge. Moments of frustration, disbelief, and jubilation due to the battles that these two have had. From national championship games to season derailments, this rivalry has had it all, and we've got even more for you today. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The give is to Miller. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama builds its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy's going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys, and there's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get on the ground.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They go to the ground. Breaks into the open. And some room to work. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. Back to the ground game on the left.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Power football with the run. Thrust that arm out. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job, nice scripted plays, taking advantage, strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up, get a stop, force him either to kick the field goal or get no points, and this drive is still a success.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
They'll try the run. He is going nowhere, and this defense is manhandling this running game on the last couple of snaps.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Catch in the middle, it's Cuevas. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown time!
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Past the first down marker and still running. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to A hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. This series dates back to 1895. One of the odd things, guys, is historically the visiting teams have had a lot of success.
And these fans don't like each other. Man, you can feel the hate, the hostility. Both programs so talented, recruited at a high level. These teams have even rematched for a national championship before, Bama. These two teams are ballers.
And this is a game, too, David, that everybody circles on the calendar at the start of the season. We all know that conference championship, national championship.
Catch inside the 25. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. That's why that one fell incomplete.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Grabbed behind the line, it's Brown. Oh, the ball squirts out. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
And you cough up the football, give it to the other team. Man, what a turn of events when going in to possibly score with a big play to giving the football to the other team.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. When you're playing from behind, you can't afford to give it up the way they did the last. Looking for a huge play. Makes a catch at the 15. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12. They got the explosive play. Now to finish the deal, it's 1st and 10 from the 12. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Quick strike complete. Got enough space. Touchdown, Tigers. Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. Extra point here will tie the game. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly.
Turning it on! Running through contact. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
They'll move the wide receiver. The give to the lone running back. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Misdirection and the handoff on the counter. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Crimson Tide a few inches away from converting on 3rd down. He wants to change this route. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Alabama.
Alabama needs just a few inches here on 3rd down. This quarterback's part of their running game. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Miller with the ball. Finds a crease at the 20. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Alabama!
This is why you consistently run the football. A steady diet because you can break the long touchdown runs. Nice job breaking through the line of scrimmage, outrunning the rest, getting in for the long touchdown.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Thomas. Slips through the line. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from housing it. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Trying to get the corner. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That's a really nice run. One thing I love about him is he's got versatility. Reminds me of a guy I used to play against back in the day, Kevin Falk. He could catch the ball, he could run the ball, he could block, he returned kicks. He did everything for the LSU Tigers, and this guy, he's got that ability too. So many different tools in his toolbox.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. With the catch, it's Durham. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. He leaves it with his back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And
that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turnover.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback, give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Anderson. He goes out of bounds right at the 30. Good pickup on that one.
How many times do you see receivers catch the ball and dance and you get so annoyed because you're like, dude, do you see the yellow line? Go and get it. Really nice job by the receiver with the second effort, getting the extra yards and getting the 1st down.
LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
Here comes that Alabama offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Bernard. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the 1st time. Wants to bring it back. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Out onto the field. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down partner.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Time to take a shot. Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working.
There he goes. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Motion from the wide receiver. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Rides to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Simpson. Quickly complete. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you loved playing on teams with great offenses.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down.
Slide 22. Slide 22. Ready.
They'll give it to the back. Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Breaks into the open. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
And they say a quarterback's best friend is a good run game and a good running back. I think he agrees. Over 150 yards on the day. I don't even think I need a quarterback the way he's been running the football all game.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bama!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Fielded in the end zone. It's Thomas. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Get this drive going from the 17. He'll try to pop the draw. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out the quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. The best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Line up from the 31 on 1st down. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Rushes on him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Looking to fire. Got it behind the line. It's Dura. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Grabbed over the middle. It's Dura. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Caught in the backfield. It's Dura. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Brought down at the 31. It is a first down. The Tigers want to crank the tempo. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Anderson. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Tigers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And here's the third interception of the night. He'll try to take it back. He's inside the 40. The 20. Past the 10. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Thomas. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Back to throw. It's Nussmeier. They're working that left side. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Grab behind the line. It's Durham. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Unloads it left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him. B, getting it to him quickly. And then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Their lead down to 2 touchdowns as they go back to work on this drive. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the 3rd quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Simpson. Working on the right. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Looking for room. It's Young. Shows him the stiff arm. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another 1st down. The give to the back. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over a hundo on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
Looking to throw at Simpson. Fires to the wideout. Connection to the right. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
That's a really nice job plucking that pass. I don't know if another school has done as good a job as Alabama in recent years as bringing in top-level talent at the wide receiver position. When you think of guys like Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Smith, this guy, he looks like he could be on the field with all those guys, too. He's got speed. He's got the ability to pluck the football out of the air. What a big-time weapon. How nice is it to play quarterback with this guy in defense? Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll leave it with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start. And I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Leaves it with the running back. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. Splits the uprights. Good. And that lead grows even bigger. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time.
Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Back to throw. It's Nussmeier. Get it out on the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Finds his man. It's Durham. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Looking downfield on first down. The sure hands, it's Anderson. He is delivering the blow while running the ball, and he gets it to the 39. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
The big
big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They're ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Looking to pass. It's Simpson. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
Well, they're able to get the negative play. Great individual effort. I know LSU's defense always goes by DBU, but they've had some big-time players up front on that D-line, too. And you think recently, guys like Marcus Spears, Glenn Dorsey, Kiki Mingo, Daniil Hunter, dudes that can line up one-on-one. These guys were like avatars with their frames. So difficult to block and so athletic. That's what this guy reminds you of sometimes.
He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Pulls and fired complete. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the grab at the 10. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. The short hand, it's Brown. He gets it up close to the 25, out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 24.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Got it in the middle, it's Anderson. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. LSU quick to the line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
LSU moving quickly, going to work again on 1st down. Wants to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. He wants to throw it again. Catch in the middle, it's Anderson. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. And it's his 4th interception of the night. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They'll go to the ground. Keeping it on the ground, trying to create a little space, and he was stopped in his tracks at the 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Makes the catch. It's Williams. Beat a defender miss. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the 4th quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Handoff to the single back. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our...
Turning it on! And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
Great job by the offense there, getting the first down on the ground, staying in bounds too. So if you're on defense here, you might want to start thinking about using your timeouts. You've got 3 in your back pocket, but trailing, you've got to start using them.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Going downfield for the big play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Smart move to keep it on the ground. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. To the air, it's Simpson. He wants to take the top off. And he hauls it in at the 30. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the 4th quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive. Pedal to the metal.
Leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. His drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Might be calling a hot route.
Here we go.
They'll move the tight end. They'll try to get outside. Breaks the tackle. Knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a loss of 7.
Well, the offense goes toss play, but guys, they do it running into the boundary where there's just not a lot of space and room to work for the running back. He had nowhere to go, and he got tackled for a loss.
The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on 3rd down. The give to the tailback. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Yeah, and really good 3rd down situational defense. You know it's 3rd and long. You know the pass play's coming. Defense was ready. Nice job forcing the 4th down.
So how good you feeling right now if you're on offense in this situation? You want to just play conservative? You want to punt it over and let your defense finish out the game? Or do you trust your quarterback to go make a play and win the game right now?
And that is no good. So, guys, a missed opportunity to expand the lead, but still a 17-point cushion.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Opening play of the drive from the 39. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Here comes the heat. Got a man, it's Anderson. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46. LSU right back to the line. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got him downfield. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. And on that last play, he's now over 400 yards passing.
Well, Reese, if you're going to throw for over 400 bills, you got to spread the praise around. Up front, they've done an outstanding job protecting this quarterback, and his receivers have been winning one-on-one.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
LSU lining up 1st and goal. They'll run it. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
And And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
And in a two-possession game, they'll take a knee. Defense can stop it a couple more times. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in, because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.